Hey everyone, Voexum here. I am smoking a Ramitos Flora Fina 92. It's a very nice cigar, and while eventually I'm gonna run out. In the future, how do I remember if I liked it or not? And I like to already, apologize for the background noise. I'm by a main road. Just happens. That's my backyard. But how do I know if I like it? Being new to cigars, I'm trying a whole bunch of different types, different brands, different flavors, different wrappers, different fillers. And they all are different. Some are good, some are great, some are terrible. But I saw on a website they say, oh, take off the band, ever so gently, just take it off. And on the back of it, write down a number and maybe a little description of what you like. And I'm thinking, I'm very forgetful. I lose a lot of things, and I bet you that I would lose that cigar band. I'll be hunting for it, and maybe even if I put them in a jar, which is recommended, put them in a jar. It looks great. It's like decoration, all the different cigar bands, and look, it's a very nice band. You're gonna have to dig in through them. You're gonna pull them all out. So I thought to myself, why don't I just keep it so I could see it nice, and I'll paste it in a book. I'll paste it in a book, and underneath write it in. And I had seen online you could do these. It's the same form. It keeps track of what's in your humidor. And you could, rate what you've had and all that good stuff. But to make it easier, and without having to rely on electricity, maybe you have a blackout, and you have a cigar, and you want to write what you just had down, because in the event of a cigar you have a blackout. Like that's gonna happen. But if I had a blackout, I would definitely have a cigar. Probably make sure I had lighter fluid from my candles. So what I did was I made this little book, and this was just like an etch book or scrapbook or whatever that you just has. It's lined paper, and this is completely recycled, but it doesn't matter. You can make it with actually anything, calendar book or something like that. I just covered up the logo, which so I wouldn't be advertising. Which I probably have advertisements in half of my videos, if not all of them. But yeah, so I made this little cover thing on the front. But what I do in this book is I decorate the front cover with bands that I have extra, and then on the inside I'll keep the bands, rate it with a number that and then write down. I don't know if that was in the frame. Rate it with a number and write down what I liked about it or what I didn't like about it. On the side I'll write natural or Maduro or whatever it may be. Don't drop. And I'll do this with a whole bunch that I've tried. This way, because I have some that I've tried and so many more to try, I'll remember, did I like that? Did I not like that? I could take my little band and just paste it in. Having already tried one of these cigars, I've already done that. And I rated it an 8, and I said it was a flavorful cigar that was well constructed. And it had a smooth aftertaste. And if you wanted to remember about it, write it on top. This one I smoked with my father and my uncle. We had like a little party and we got together and we had cigars. So it's just a nice little way to keep track of your cigars. It's personalized. You can write whatever you want. You're not confined to a forum that you need to go by, and you're not limited by space. You can put one band on each page. I have plenty of pages. And the bands are just so cool to look at. I mean, look at them. It's awesome. I think it's great to look at. So, if you're wondering about that blank spot, I have another Exile that I wanted to put right under there. It's a very big cigar. It's like, I think it's like a 60 ring by 8 inch or something like that. Maybe like 55 by 8 inches. I think the umbrella's getting in the way, but I wanted to make sure, you know, I got that in the spot. Because I like to keep them organized, although they don't always work that way. But, you know, it's just a good idea. Maybe, so maybe, you know, that, you know, it's a idea that you guys might like to do or something like that. Helps me keep track of what I like and what I didn't like. There was something that you guys, oh my god, it was so nice. And underneath the book, I'll just write it. Now my first idea, you know what, I'm probably just gonna leave that in. Anyway, oh, I almost knocked that over. Okay, so, I'll paste it in a book and underneath write it in.